evening, everybody.
Are we live yet? Are we live yet? What's up, guys? I think we are live.
I think we are too.
Yeah, everything seems to be pointing live. So, talk about pointing. Why don't you point them thumbs straight up in the air? Give us some thumbs up. Give us some, if you like this type of program. Also, don't forget to share it in your community. So, bro, we're here. They're there. What are we going to talk about, man?
Well, guys, I hate to say it, but somebody's birthday's coming up soon.
What? Talk about birthdays. I am going to have coin trivia on Thursday morning, 8 a.m. right here. We're going to be covering for Angel, who is covering for Miss Ida's morning show. We're going to be giving away some coins. My birthday, and I'm going to give you guys some coins. So you do, if you're early birds, 8 a.m. Eastern time right here on Coin Crew. I'm going to have a minimum. Here's some of the questions. I don't want to flip the cards one way or the other.
Did you say you was giving away gold coins? Is that what I heard?
I'm giving away silver coins. I can't afford gold. I'm broke.
I tried, folks.
It's hard to give away gold. Gold has all-time high right now.
Maybe he's giving a nice 89 Carson City away.
Gold is like what, $2,500 plus? What did it even close today? I don't know.
It closed out around 25.10 the last time I looked.
I don't know, man. I don't know nothing. I'll tell you what I do know. I got we do have one question for certain from Silver Fox Finance that we'll be getting to a little later. So, guys, if you want us to address you in the chat, begin your statement.
It was 25.15. It went up right at the last minute on me again. It does that every time.
Begin your statement or question with 3 question marks, and we will notice them quicker or more easily. We have that pinned at the top of the chat. Also, hi, everybody. Wow. It's going to be an exciting couple days for me. I got a lot to do. See, what am I looking for? Kitco, right? Kitco medals.
I already looked. 25.15, sir.
I have trouble. I think I got the wrong tab saved on this thing, man.
Well, give it to the birthday boy. He'll get it right one day.
Yeah, but gold is just like, it's crazy high. I did a video with Floyd the other day.
But I sold a lot of it today. People really loved it today. They loved them numbers.
I didn't sell no gold today or yesterday. I didn't sell not a single smidgy of gold today or yesterday.
But guys, I'm a wholesale retailer. I didn't jump my prices up over 26 like a bunch of the companies did today. I thought that was kind of wild. I mean, let's see what the numbers really do. They haven't went up that high to justify selling gold at 2,600.
Hey, Lisa Jane, how are you, dear? Hey, Mike, how did you do at the Tyler show? Great seeing you.
Well,
that's okay.
Monday I slept all day. I was wore out. My son didn't go with me. My wife wasn't with me. And I had 15, 20 people at a time at my table. Nobody there to help me. So it was kind of wild. But I had a good time. And I sold a lot of stuff.
Did you? Well, we don't want to ask you how much stuff. A lot's probably enough of an answer, isn't it?
But I did not sell my 79 Carson City.
Why does this not work?
Not that I couldn't have sold it. The guy made an offer to me, but I packed it in the box, put it back.
I seen that a while ago. You had a GSA, wasn't it?
Yeah, GSAs, 79. You don't see too many of them. They're hard to get. I had another guy tried to lowball me on it. He knew what the real numbers was, but me myself, I'll just take it back home with me.
And it looks like you did.
Yes,
I did. You're gonna prop it up on that piano back there.
Well, I think the piano's not worth as much, just so it's not worthy. The piano's not worthy of a nice dollar like that.
Doesn't the 20-year chart show silver up 300% and gold up 500% is still king? Hmm. It does sound like it's still king. It's up 500%.
Well, gold, yes, gold does show 300% since then.
It's
Silver,
500 for gold, 300 for silver.
no, gold is not 500%, 300.
Yeah, because 500 means it's, well, no, it probably is because you're talking 2004. Gold was four or 500
Gold was
bucks.
going around 500-600 bucks.
It was 600 in 2006. That I remember specifically. Sometimes you're looking back at these charts,
Because
but you got to,
if you remember, bro, in 2000, I think it was 8 or 9, we gave that we finally let somebody put bullion into layaway, and that's where we learned our mistake.
oh,
The
yeah, I
guy,
never do that.
he waited until it climbed way up. He never made payments really hard on it, and come back in and said, "I want to sell it to you." I said, "Well, you don't own it yet." He said, "Well, if you pay me, I can pay you." I said, "It don't work like that."
So we sit there and took his bullion from him and said, you ain't getting it.
Yeah. So we just gave him his money back. I mean, if we all could do that, that'd be awesome. If he would have paid for it, that's a whole different story. But
Yeah. Are your prices more tied to spot or what you paid for silver? I guess he's referring to prices of silver. Uh,
everything is kind of tied to the spot, and then what the real premiums are going that day. Uh, guys, premiums are all over the place right now because some guys just don't want to come off that premium, even though it has dropped a little bit. We're not them people, but so I do tell people that, it depends on what your dealer's got in it. If he's hedging it or not, I get it. If he's not hedging it, he's in it too deep to be able to move off that.
okay, here's one from Juan Justo. Are you getting a lot of people selling scrap gold? I
Honestly,
guess
my
what you're saying.
scrap gold buying has slowed a lot down.
I did buy like 12 ounces of gold on Saturday. So
He
I'm saying,
said scrap gold.
I know. I was just mentioning I bought my gold purchases have picked up for the larger 1 ounce pieces. I was just throwing that piece of information in there. Okay. Okay. Question we got over here. I'm not gonna pin it up because it's not like an image or nothing. Silver Fox Finance says, Keith, could you answer this in your show tonight, please? He sent it to the Coin Zone, and I forwarded over to Coin Crew so I wouldn't miss it. What is a fair offer from a local coin shop, an LCS, on circulated 40% silver and 90% KFJ? I remember hearing some shops lowball 40% and pay $2. But is that a fair value? I mean, they melt it like four, Mike. So is $2 a fair offer? I don't think so.
Honestly, no. If he was offering 250 to 3, it's
Yeah,
kind of fair because here, guys, one thing about when we're melting these to the foundry company because they put on hazmat suits and stuff on 40%, I got to have 2,000 face in order
it has
for them to
more.
even consider buying it from me.
It has more copper in it, and it requires a longer holding period to get that up to 2,000 face. Okay, and he says, what's a fair offer for 90% right now?
If your dealer is buying it to dump to the companies, the bigger companies like mine and other companies, I'm going to say that if he's paying $1.50, $2 back, that's a very fair offer because most of us right now are paying 50 cents to $1 back because there's so much 90% on the market right now. But at the same sense, they shouldn't be selling it more than $1, and a half over that to you guys. That
Okay,
is
so
the
what
fair
he's
number.
talking about, buck and a half back is about 20 times face because melt, the way that's calculated is you take spot price minus $1.50, then
Yeah,
multiply
because
it by 0.715. Is
if
that
they're
not correct?
taking doing the melt price first and then taking the $1.50 off that, they're cheating you. They're buying it
You,
even farther back.
you always take the like if someone says minus $1.50, it's off of spot price,
Spot.
not what the coin melts for.
Yes,
So
it's off spot. He is correct.
the coins at $29.50 an ounce, a pure ounce of silver, the coin melts for 21 points, or the if you multiply it by 7.715, that's 21.09. That's full melt. However, if you minus the dollar and a half, your purchase should be 20.02, so 20 times face. So in my opinion, so right now a coin dealer should be paying you about 20 times face. Maybe I'm wrong.
About that. About that. About
Yeah,
that.
that's the
Guys,
word.
I mean, I heard a couple of dealers at the show bragging they paid 16, 17.
That's too low.
Them guys I don't like to do business with. That is very unfair to you guys. At that time, they really hit you guys hard. Now, however, if you have brand new proof, believe it or not, they're going to pay you even another dollar back. All
Yeah.
that stuff is so hard to mix into the older stuff. Most people that are stacking 90% don't want that new proof stuff in there. And I'm going to tell you, at Chicago, I did the same thing to dealers that brought it up to me. I'm going to be an extra dollar back if I have to buy these. And they sold them to me.
Will Mrs. Coin Crew be singing tonight? Babo, no, she's not going to be live tonight. She
Thank
might come
God.
up.
I don't know if I could handle her singing tonight.
She might come up on Thursday morning with me, but yeah, that's going to be a coin trivia morning where I'm going to be giving away stuff for my birthday. I'm going to be giving away silver. Uh, John Jacob says he's been buying lately at 20 times. Well, you could have a few weeks ago. Not now. I don't think
Not
anybody.
now, not with silver up.
That's under melt.
Silver's up $2.
Melt is 21.09.
I can't see a dealer wanting to retail it to you.
Now, back to the 40%. There are some shops who have nowhere to move it. And I think that's where Mike was talking $2.50 per coin on those. Might be if they see, I give a lot of it away. So it's just kind of for me. I pay between 2.5 and 3.5, depending on how I feel about the person coming in. Are they being rude or are they being nice? Because I do give some away. I do sell some. But here lately, I've been paying closer to 3.25. It just depends, you know.
I've been paying 3 to the public, 350 to the dealers to help them out.
So there you go. And the melt on that's around
I
4.
always separate, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm a wholesale retailer, so I got to give the dealers a little bit extra to help them out.
Okay, what is it about nickel being taken out of the nickel starting next year? Well, Sir Alfred, I'm not sure about that, but I know the nickel only contains 25% nickel, 75% copper. So is it really a nickel? I don't know. What do you think about that? Did you hear anything
They've
about that?
already reduced the nickel contents in a nickel.
No, it's always been 25%, except for when it was silver. From the go, it started off like that, Mike. 25% nickel.
What is the best price for modern $5 command gold? Guys, there is some good prices out there.
Inkman, thanks for the question.
You actually can get right now. There's dealers out there selling them for spot or just a tad over. I
Hey,
think
did
Go
somebody
ahead.
knock your chair down, bro? Because you're kind of buried a little.
Yeah,
I
my
think you
son
knocked
was
your
in.
chair down.
I can't. Oh,
Oh
no.
well. Oh, now it's really down. Oh, look
Hang
at
on,
that.
guys. Let me get fixed here.
Anyway, price for golden commemoratives. The modern commemoratives calculate like gold, old gold, classic gold. So,
How about now? Is that better?
yeah, that's a little better, bro.
Guys, I'm only 5'9". My kid's 6'3", so
I'm 5'9" too, but I'm sitting a lot higher. What's up with
Yeah,
that?
well, you know how my son Kyle is. He's so long legged when he sits here and gets on my computer, he likes to lower my seats down.
So the modern $5 commemorative have as much gold in it as an old $5 collectible. You take spot times 0.9675 divided by 4. That gives you melt.
Well, he's asking for modern commems, and like I said, there's guys out there selling for spot or just a tad over.
Yeah, you don't have to pay much over spot.
Yeah, we
Again,
basically in my shop, if you order them with like if we have Constitution stuff, you can buy them for $5 over melt plus
and
$5.
again, that depends on how you pay too, because as Mike will attest, it costs money to take any type of card payment, ETF, anything like that
Oh
costs money.
yeah, if you're paying
So
on a card,
it's going to be figured
um,
in there.
I had a guy who called me who watched YouTube and he was trying to find the best way. He says every time I order with my card, I keep getting charged, and I explained it to him today on the phone. And he says, "Well, I won a couple of them shields, so I guess I'll still have to pay it."
Okay, Inkman again. He's like, "What's the sell price for the same?" I think he just mentioned the sell price. Maybe he was asking what the buy price was for that earlier. What's the buy price for a modern commemorative
I
coin?
usually pay about 97%.
And that depends on where gold is. And use that formula I gave a while ago, 0.9675 times spot divided by 4. That gives you 100% of melt. Then to buy it, you're plus $5-10 for cash. To sell it to us,
Well,
it's
on
0.97.
$5 gold commems, it's 0.24.
That's pretty close to the same thing. You know it. Frank says Keith must be using a booster. He has one of those embarrassing donut shaped pillows.
Yeah, it is true, Frank. I've been there.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. What are we going to do?
He's really got a
Frank?
whoopee cushion underneath there.
Oh, look at this. Amy Harrell says at the coffee shop, she can pay in cash or silver. They have a special kid, thus a stack for him when he is older. So yeah, they're giving their kid silver so you can pay with silver. That's cool. Can't beat that.
Well, Amy, you can
Somebody
pay
give
me in
me,
silver. I'm fine with it.
I wish somebody give me coins when I was younger. I had to
When
buy
I
them.
had my paper out, I used to get coins. It was hard to keep silver because everything was silver when I had my paper out.
So yeah, you said you had somebody lowball you on your why is this not working?
My 79.
Your 79. You had some other coins there too, didn't you? You had some,
Yeah, I think I already showed you guys the. Oh, here's a 90. This is a 93. Let me see if I can focus it in. Let me get it past my head. There you go. I don't know if you guys see it or not.
no, I can't. Oh, there, that's a little better. It's a little glary on the coin, but I can see the label perfect.
Okay. And then we got this guy here.
It says 10,000. I will happily give you 10,000 cents for it. Okay, AU58, 92cc. I'll give you 180 cents for that. I'm going to give you
And
cents,
then
whatever
we
it
do
says.
this one here.
89cc. Oh, yeah. You know, my birthday's coming up, guys. And he did say he was giving me an 89cc for my birthday. Just saying.
And let's see what do we got here? Oh, yeah, I already showed that one. What do I got here? I got some other stuff here. Yeah. Yeah. I bought almost a complete set of GSAs. I sold the 92. I sold the 90. The 91 I put up for myself, GSA.
Yeah.
The 92, I can't believe all they gave it was on 65. It was a sad day for that coin.
Oh, it's tough, man. Somebody's got to get it, right?
You know, you know what was funny is I wasn't thinking about selling it. I was at the Tyler show, and the guy says, he said, the only way I'd buy a 92 now is he says, I got a 64 if I could find it in a 65. And I go, but bam, I threw it out there. And he bought it.
I just seen a question, and then I started looking, disappeared. Here it is. Juan Justo, what is gray sheet for 1920 MS65 St. Gaudens? Bid on that is Ouch. Am I looking at that right?
It's 2,600 retail.
No, it's not. $180,000.
On the 1920?
Plain. MS-65. Yeah, that's one that where it goes from 64, it's 5,200, and to get it in 65, it's 180,000.
Maybe I
That
was
is
thinking
not.
common date. Hang on, let me look.
It is. It's one of those coins that gain value according to quality. Rarity by quality. So the sweet spot is obviously not MS-65, it's MS-64 at 5,200. Yeah, I'm looking right at it here.
I didn't realize that thing went up that high. I know the 27D is worth some big money.
I don't know. Can we get it straight here? No. There it is. See that? MS-64, you see the gray says 52. Right, this side over here, that's the gray sheet, and this side is the retail. So it's 5,200 and then 180,000 in MS-65. Wow.
Now I'm gonna have to buy it.
I know, right? Oh, here, we don't want me up here no more.
I don't want no
Scared.
commons.
I can't afford that. How did y'all get your kids excited about metals when they were young? Candy? How'd you get your kids excited about metals?
Well, how much price did you say yours was?
Mine says 180,000.
Mine says 216 retail and 180,000.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
He was asking for gray
But
sheet.
you know what's really sad is one grade lower is super low.
And that's the sweet spot. MS-64 is 5,200. Okay, how did y'all get your kids excited about the metals when they were younger? Ask Liz Jane 84.
Well, with my kid, I basically told him if he wanted to spend the money, he'd have to work for it. And he came in the shop at 16. He's still there.
Because he wants to spend some money. Candy for me. It's more like bribing them, and then they either fall in love with it or they don't.
Out of all my kids at one point worked in the shop in only one state.
Okay, how many CC Morgans are in the case? Are there? I think they're referring to GSAs. Out of 13, there's only 11 of them in the GSA, and one.
And what? No, there's 10 because there's only one of the 89.
Well, that's why I said there's 11, and one of those you can't get because there's only one of them.
It's already owned.
Now, there is some O's, S's, and Philadelphia's also in those. Believe it or not, those are harder to locate than the CCs.
I got some of them.
I got some too. Hey, just a guy, Mid America. Thank you, J Dog, for the $5 super chat.
Thank you, J Dog.
Really appreciate it.
I think you meant to give me the $5.
Is that what it was?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, here's a fun fact, says Frank Bonds. It's common in some cultures, it's common for the birthday boy to give gifts instead of receiving. It shows how grateful you are turning another year. Hint, hint. My birthday's Thursday, and that is what I plan on doing. I am going to give gifts. I'm going to have coin trivia. I got the cards, some of them. I still got to make.
I heard he's giving gold away.
I don't have no gold. I'm broke. I'm giving away silver.
I heard he was giving that 82 Carson City away. Gold.
No. He's trying, ain't he? Look at him. He's trying. So, do you think? Let's talk a little bit about gold. I mean, gold's up to 2,500. Do you think it's done, or do you think it might hit 3,000 before the end of the year? I mean, what's the odds?
I do got a couple of gold pieces that have hit 3,000 plus. Does that count?
Say what again? No. We're just talking about gold spot, not rare stuff or nothing.
Oh, okay. That's why I was checking.
Do you think it's done? Do you think we've hit a plateau?
No, I don't think it's done. I do
I
not
don't.
think it's done.
Tommy Stacker says, "How much over spot do you buy BU fractional gold eagles from customers over the counter? Gold 10th ounces, I pay 20 to 25 over right now, over melt. What are you buying them at? That
Yeah,
puts you about
it now wait a minute.
275
On
roughly.
fractionals, are we talking? Oh yeah, we are talking gold eagles. Gold
Yeah.
eagles, we've been basically paying around 250 over spot 10th ounces.
So you take 200, which is the same thing as I just said, 25 per piece on a 10th ounce.
Yeah, basically it comes out 25 piece.
And
Yes.
then your fractional
And my
gold is
people understand
gonna
how much are you giving me over per ounce? That's what they want to know.
be my people want to know how much is it costing me out the door, whether I'm buying or selling. What is the best 50-cent modern coin come in? Oh, that's a good question. Do you know? Do you have what's your best 50-cent modern come in? Mike?
Well, he's talking modern, not old commems. So,
That's right.
I
He's talking
honestly,
modern.
I got a nice an 1993 and a 70 holder. That's a nice one. But I also have a couple of the Olympics that are even nicer, and they're not silver. I'm talking of baseball Olympics and stuff
Well,
like
he's
that.
just talking best modern 50-cent come in. Well, my best choice is a regular issue, but it's a come in. The 2014 50-cent gold commemorative Kennedy half dollar. Oh
That's
yeah.
50 cents, guys. It
It's
says
50
50
cent
cents
and it's
on it.
3/4 of an ounce of
You
24
know,
karat
I
gold.
got it. I
I got a
really
couple
didn't
of
think about mentioning it into gold. So since you
them.
put it like that, respective, I
I
gotta
just
say
went
that
to
is the
50.
best
He
one.
said 50 cents. He said 50 modern 50-cent command. And so I answered it. Frank Keith can be Filipino on his birthday and give us all something. Yeah, I could. I can give
You
everybody
know,
something. I ain't got that much money.
I would kind of agree with him until I think about the MS-70 Walker, and I'm going to tell you that sold in
Oh,
the
that's a
auction.
nice one too. Yeah.
That sold in the auction higher than the Kennedy.
Yeah, but to me, it's not the nicest though. I just love the way the Kennedy is
But
the high relief on
we're
it. The
talking
Walker is
value
flat
now.
and drab. The 50-cent Walker 2016 that he's referring to me, it's flat and drab. The box is nowhere near as nice. And you know what? With the US man, it's all about the packaging.
Yeah,
I'm
but no,
sorry.
no, no, no. We're talking about it being in a 70 and they called it proof like. One of them did wind up making proof like. You know how hard that is to get? And it showed it in the auction because somebody had to have that coin.
Well, I hate to break it to you. The number one Kennedy half, graded by BCGS, is the first one graded for a 70. Hundred and some $1,000 it went for. That guy's never getting his money back.
He bought it, but it, you know, there's also a guy that bought that reverse proof buffalo for 100,000 at the A&A. And the bad about it is 3 weeks later, he found out he couldn't get his money back.
I don't know. You got to watch it.
He wanted number one holder, and that's what happened with what he's talking about on the Kennedy. The guy had to have the number one holder. They wasn't buying the coin any longer; they was buying the holder. But
Yeah,
after that, the newness wore off, and nobody wanted it.
yeah. If you're looking for something like that, a prestige of saying, I've got the know one thing. The most important thing for you to know, you're throwing away your money. You'll never get it back. All you will have, besides that little bit of gold compared to what you pay, is you'll have the privilege of saying, I got number one. If that status symbol, if that comet is worth $100,000 to you, by all means, throw your money at it. But to most people,
Well,
I don't think it's
I can say I have number one on a couple of coins. My error nickel that was struck 4 times. I have the only one known.
but
I
doesn't that
have an
number relate?
ancient coin that PCGS and NGC came back and said they don't know of another one in existence as far as they know. That's the only one known. So it says number one on it. So, in that case, I didn't pay $100,000 for that stuff.
Mudswat says Franklins are great, more so BU ones. They are and have been going up in price. Um, do you think? I mean, are you in the same boat with me, Mike, about Franklins? Do you think they're underpriced? I do. What do you think?
I especially the bell lines. They brought them so far down. It's a joke.
I think the entire Franklin series is extremely undervalued. Part of the reason why the series was cut short by the assassination of President Kennedy. That series would have kept going. And I guess in a sense, it's kind of good that it didn't because in 65, they started with the 40%. That would have, in my sense, kind of ruined the Franklin.
Excuse me.
If they would have made clad Franklins, do you think so?
I don't. I can't picture Franklin in a clad. I just can't do
No,
it.
that's what I'm saying. It would have kind of ruined the series. The fact that it was cut off actually saved it, except it
But
still
as
needs.
far as Benjamin's goes, that's why I agree with you. It is definitely needs to be addressed and brought back up. Some of them mint states were worth a lot more money than what they are today.
Yeah,
I
they.
remember. Look how much the 53 bell line dropped.
I'll tell you one of my most precious coins that I love. I don't own one. Is to get a proof, Franklin, that is a deep cameo. I mean, a deep cameo, like the proofs we have today.
You
You
want me
get
to sell you
one of
one?
those. No, I'm just saying, you get one of those. The fields are big enough on both sides of Franklin's bust that you get this black image, and it just you can look into it and you can see the color of your pupil or the stuff around your pupil. The iris. I think it's called the iris, is it not? The color in your eye is called your iris, and the black part's your pupil. Okay, here you go. Big E143. Thanks for the comment, my friend. How do you come up with a price if Graysheet doesn't list the grade your coin is for a modern coin? How do you come up with a price on a modern coin if the Graysheet won't list it?
I look at the demand on that coin. That's how I look at it. Gray sheet, there's a lot of coins they don't list, like your error coins and stuff. Well, it depends on what the demand is on it, really. I mean, and that's what you got to judge. You got to look at different sites, see what people are selling them for, and use your own judgment. Because at that point, you got to decide in your mind how much is it really worth to you.
Well,
Because being that there's no price, you got to be once again. You're at them one of them coins. Are you going to be happy with it paying that price?
if there's nobody buying it, obviously the price level is low. If all these people got them all for sale, and you go to say the eBay sold listings, and there's none sold, and it's been available on eBay and everywhere else for 2 or 3 months, something's up. So obviously, it's a coin to probably stay
Guys,
away.
and here's an example that we can use. The U.S. Mint still has 2023 Morgan and Peace dollars. I
Hmm.
had a guy come in my store. Now they have moved the price up on them. I think they're like 90, 95, something like that.
Yeah, they've gotten a little high. Yes.
A guy come up to me today. He was looking at mine. He really liked him. I had him priced at the same price as the U.S. Mint because I do want to move. He told me that in Tulsa, one of the companies told him they'd sell them to him for $75. That's what they was first issue for. You know what that tells me?
I thought they was issued
Tired of
80.
looking at him. He wants to get rid of them.
Okay, here's this next question's pretty good. Um, Talking about the U.S. Mint, how do you improve the quality at the U.S. Mint besides starting over? How can you do that? Improve their quality. I have one idea that might help. It might not help the coins, but it'll help the overall image of them.
Let's
Better
hear it.
packaging.
The
Better
package.
packaging. I think that'll make a lot of difference. These cheap cardboard boxes they're using, they're turning people off, at least me. But yet
Well,
they
I
keep
don't
raising their
know.
prices and making the
You know
boxes
what I
cheaper.
would think helped the U.S. Mint
Let's
if
hear it.
they step up. And I mentioned to Chris and them at the U.S. Mint.
Uh-huh.
Start doing colorized coins like some of the other mints are doing. They're selling
Pretty
like
good idea.
hotcakes right now.
But
Step right up
they
and
still
let's.
need better packaging though.
You
These
don't
other,
think they would change the packaging to match the coin? I know they would.
but no, I'm talking this flimsy cardboard box. I mean, 15 years ago, the boxes were at least a
Excuse me.
semblance of wood or plastic or something. They were you had the clamshells, like bam, you
Yeah,
know.
but
That's
they
gonna
got
get
some packages. Oh, phew.
what
They
that.
got some. Sorry, they got some packagings that like the '09 high relief that just was overkill
Some of too much overkill is too
because
much.
they made that that high relief a little fat, almost looked like a half ounce gold, but it was thick. And then you got this huge brown box. Then a blue box go over top of it,
Well,
and then a white box sit down. And if you want to put the book in,
I didn't say go overboard. I mean, just something as simple. You go back a couple of years to 2021, the Type Ones, the clamshell boxes for the Proof Silver Eagles. That is an improvement. That's good enough to keep people interested. That nice felty box. Now you got this cheap felty box and this cheap piece of cardboard instead of a clamshell.
well,
Just
you know,
something to
they're
make
not
it
the only
more.
ones that went to cardboard. I mean, the Canadian Mint sends some of their stuff in cardboard
No, I'm not
boxes.
saying they have to stop using cardboard altogether. Go back to a clamshell. That makes an improvement. AKA 47, first coin he bought and got him into the hobby was what? The Franklin $50. That's cool. Here's a question for you, bro. How do you determine how much a Franklin is worth just because it's in a holder?
Once again,
Yeah.
I'm buying the coin, not the holder. I'm going to grade that coin, and that's where I'm going to have my determination on what I would pay for that coin. I've seen some ugly coins in holders. I mean, that shouldn't have never got that grade. I've told people sometimes I would never crack it out of that holder because you'll never get it in that grade again. And at the same time, I've offered them less money for it because it's going to be a hard sell. Ugly coins are hard to sell. And if they're
420 fan says,
hard to sell.
what's a good hunting
Over.
error title? Thanks for the help. Uh, Coin hunting book. What's a good one?
Airbook title, thanks, any.
I mean, there's
Well,
so many.
coin hunting book. A lot of guys will buy the cherry picker for helping them find errors and stuff like that. The red book is a good one for getting the mintage, helping you grade a little bit, but you cannot use it as a price guide, guys. It's too far
Uh,
off. They're making them way too soon.
well, what he's doing is 420 fan. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. What he's trying to say basically is there's no specific book unless you go to, I guess you could say, kind of like the encyclopedia of that coin. Like they have a book specifically for Franklin's, one specifically for standing quarters. You buy the book exclusively for that coin that you're hunting, and you will see errors and die varieties in most of those books. I have one for bust half, for Morgan dollars, for Franklin halves, for standing quarters, for
Now
seated
there is a
quarters.
couple of them books that need to be rewritten. One of the guys that wrote it, I'm praying for him. He's in really bad shape right now, and so I don't. He told me he probably ain't going to be able to get another book out. So therefore, we're going to be waiting for Air Book, and he helped also write the World Coin books.
Yeah, if but
You know who he is, Keith, and I'm just not going
yeah,
to mention his name, but I
the
talked to him.
the cherry picker's guide is probably the simplest. It's only going to give you the highlights, but there's a lot of other coin in each series that's worth quite a bit. Now, again, that would come, Mike, if I'm not mistaken, that would come down to visibility of it. The easier it is to see, the more desirable it is for the average collector. Is that not right?
Right.
So therefore, it would make it easier to sell. So if you're
And if you
looking at,
guys need to order any cherry pickers, I am wholesaling them right now.
so
We
if
got a
you're
few
looking
left over.
for an error and it's hard for you to spot, stop and think. How easy is it going to be to sell? I've seen so many people. They're like, "Oh, I'm not selling this coin. I can't get what it's worth." You can't get what it's worth, honestly. because people have trouble seeing it.
That's
I mean,
right.
there's a lot of errors like that. If you can't vividly see the error, even though it says it's worth $1,000, really, who's going to give you $1,000 for an error that they have to draw under a microscope? I mean, they're going to have to be a real, hard go-getter error collector. But the average
Well,
collector,
I bought it. I bought an error and got it certified because I could tell right away it was an error. That nickel I'm talking about.
and that's what I'm talking about. If you got an error that can be seen easier, that's going to open up a broader market for you, allow you to access more buyers, which will allow you to get a higher price. Visibility, easeability of seeing it is a real definite factor that you need to consider. Older mint boxes are so classy. Not now. Okay, I agree. I'm not going to lie about it. I agree. What do you think, bro?
What's that?
About the
The old.
older mint boxes? Are they classy compared to what we're seeing now?
Well, the Eagle boxes look all the same to me still.
Oh, here you go. Kennel Mine, Mike. I'm trying to populate the pocket change with colorized cents, but I need new Sharpies, so color coins are on hold for me now. Oh, she's colorizing all the cents. She's putting Sharpies on. You remember that back in the 70s? You used to get them. You'd ask for change for the jukebox, and whether you was at a bar or whatever, they would give you these colorized quarters. They'd paint them red or blue or whatever. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
You knew that's how you knew they was in the jukebox.
And now that 90% comes in a day, you never see them. I used to see them a lot in 90% stuff, but I don't hardly see them anymore. So I get rich.
1895 S MD, that's Morgan Dollar, PCDS, VF35, worth the retail or wait for a better grade?
Well, it depends on how you're putting your set together.
It depends on, if you want I think VF35 is a good enough grade to really see it. But on a Morgan, I like to get an XF or better. Actually would like to be better, but I mean, for something more expensive, I'd like at least an XF myself. But you're real close. I mean, if you're going to go for 35, you might as well go for the 40. I don't know how much difference it is on that particular coin. I don't know the exact price on the 95.
Well, you can call me. I got an XF in my deals for sale right now.
Yeah, you would have. J Dog says, do the price guides value NGC and PCDS different? A lot to do with gray sheet prices. I scan type numbers for price guide
Well, if
value.
you got one, bro, go ahead and sell yours.
I don't have one. That's why I said you would, because I don't. He's
I
got
keep
one.
buying. I keep buying Morgan Dollar sets. I need to move some of them.
Well, I'd buy them if you sold them reasonable enough to where I could make some money.
I'm gonna be selling them for $2.
I'm actually looking for 1,700 coins myself right now. Do the price guide
I got
value
some.
NGCs and PCDS different? I think it's more on the coin more so than the holder. I don't know. Do the price guides value those different? I know the gray sheet does not no more. They used to.
No, but there is companies out there preferring to buy NGC over PCGS right now.
Okay, Mike, do you have the gold page for the Danskill 7070 type set booked for sale? Do you have a page for that book?
Dansko 770. I should have. I
You
got
have
all kinds of Dansko pages. I
you'll
won't
have
be able to tell you until I get to the office tomorrow.
that's what I was just saying. You have to call the shop to find out on that, Frank.
I'm sorry, but I'm almost sure I do because I got a lot of Dansko stuff.
Bob says, is gold era coins in demand? Depends on the air. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean it does.
How much do they want for the cherry picker's guide and what year? Well, the one I remember is just a little pocket pad, and it's not very
I
expensive.
got brand new ones sitting in my shop. I
Less
wanted, and don't quote me wrong. I think they're about $20.
I was thinking they'd probably be $20 or less. I know the little pocket one you could get for like $7.95. That was a couple decades ago. I
They
got
don't
one of
even
those.
make them anymore.
They don't make them no more. Go see how long it's been since I bought a cherry picker guy. You
Well,
know,
that's because
books.
the cherry picker got bigger, and that book would have been pretty thick in your pocket.
The no, it's labeled as the pop big ones back then too. I guess they
The
don't make
Pop
the
100s.
yeah, I think that's what it was. Top 50, top 100s. The thing about the books is, guys, when you buy these books, it costs a lot of money, not per book, just to get the extensive library that you need. So it's always, in my opinion, kind of best to try to hone in on one or two types of coins that you like the best. It's more affordable to collect coins that way. You know, go after your gold, go after your silver, and just pick your favorite couple coins.
Yeah, guys, we're a wholesale retailer on supplies, and these cherry pickers, I just want to move them out of the store. That's why we're going to sell them on a wholesale level.
David Carlo, man, Dave is not here, man. He says red fingernail polish on the jukebox quarters. Yes, that's what they use, fingernail polish. I don't know what I was
Dave
thinking.
would know. Dave would know. He probably hung out there and put all them quarters in there.
He was the one doing it.
He was sitting over there watching the waitress paint it on her and throw it in. Old
Excuse
Star
me,
Fox.
106 in Texas today. Wow.
You know what? It was crazy hot there in Tyler, Texas when I was there.
When was you there?
I was there this past weekend. It was 110, felt like 115, they said out there. And you know what? I stepped out. I wanted to go back into the room, and I still had to get to my hotel. My truck was so hot.
Hi, Panelin, Chad, and Little Squirrel. I think they're talking about Angel on that one. Okay, here's Steve LaPointe. Please hit that thumbs up, guys, under the video. The more likes we get, the more folks view this information, helps the YouTube algorithms. Believe it or not, comments after the video over and shares even that helps a lot too. But thank you for reminding us all of that, Steve. Let me double check and make sure I did it.
I got to make sure I did too. I'm going now.
Yep, I hit that thumbs up.
Yeah, I hit that thumbs down.
Yeah, you
No,
probably
I'm
will.
just kidding. I ain't even got to it yet. Yeah, no. Are we on?
Okay, Mike, you never clean your drawers. Keith hardly ever does. He's talking about my desk drawer. I throw coins in my desk sometimes, and every once in a while I reach out on a Sunday and put them up for auction. He always, I should block this guy, man. I mean, he's such a good mod. That's why I don't do it. He's always like Washington, he's every time because I got a little bit of a southern draw, he's always making fun of the way I talk. But if he wasn't such a good mod, but he is, so we have to let him go with it.
I show 69 thumbs ups now.
Yes, sir. 77 people watching. Oh, time to go. While all these people are here, we're going to have to leave, man, before they leave us. We leave them first, right? No?
Nah, we'll stay in there and hang with them.
I don't like stinking books. I have Keith and Mike to answer my questions for free. That is a good point. You can come here on Tuesday nights and we'll do our best to answer your questions. If not, there is such a thing as internet. It's so much cheaper in today's world than it used to be. I haven't bought a lot of books in a while.
The only reason I buy books is because everybody sees it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stop ordering so many because my people have slowed down on buying the new stuff.
Well, that's because they're just Googling stuff. It's
No, they come in and ask me all the questions, and they'll look at the book.
that too.
No, I don't need it now. You answered all my questions.
Book. You just answered it. Google. How do I find this out about a coin? Well, you just hit this app.
They said, go to Coin Zone. They'll answer it for you.
They say go to Mid-America down in Tulsa. But anyway, guys, this is Mike. He's my brother. I don't even think I introduced you. He's got a shop down in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
No, you did, but that's okay.
Grove, Oklahoma. He has a show in Tulsa, Oklahoma every year, which is great, by the way. U.S. Men, everybody's there. It's awesome. But his shop's in Grove. His show is in Tulsa. We just went to that show. Wow. Seems like it was just yesterday. I'm ready to go back again. That was so fun.
Oh, your table's already paid for, sir.
I know, right? Did the cherry pickers come out with 2 different books during the ANA World's Fair, and are those the ones you're wholesaling out? Are you wholesaling the ANA cherry pickers out? Yes, no. Or did they?
Yes and no. There was only one cherry picker that came out because the second one didn't get completed.
Look at that. My own wife says, oops, I forgot to like it. Yeah, we see what she thinks of me.
Yeah, she probably
If I
wanted to
didn't
hit the
love her
thumbs
so
down when
much,
she seen me, but she gave us a thumbs up just because of you.
if I didn't love her so much, gotta worship him. Worship him.
I
Oh,
heard she was trading you in for a younger model.
yeah. She would too. She might. You never know. I am getting pretty old. I'll be 57 2 days. I think 57. I don't know. Ask my wife. She'll tell you how old I am. How much you both offer above spot on Silver Eagles? Depends on how many I got, what year they are, and
It
are they
really
done?
depends on if they're milky or not.
Yeah, if they're milky, I'm just paying
I've been
spot.
getting a lot of people bring me in milky. At that point, they become spot.
If they're fresh, $1.50 to $2 over for fresh ones. Depends on if you're nice to me or not. If you're not nice, I might only give you $1 if you're mean and rude. I mean, we're only human. We got to be nice. Treat people like you want to be treated, and they will treat you better. But yeah, normally, seriously though, $1.50, $2 is where I'm at. Is that about where you're at too? Somewhere in that area?
About two, yeah, somewhere in there.
They're actually not related. Keith's Ken mine. I thought Mike was adopted.
I tried to hide it. You've been adopted, brother. They told the
My
truth.
late BFF bought a cherry picker's guide in the early 2000. He made some good money because of that book. There is a lot of stuff. I mean, but again, Google it works.
But there's a newer cherry picker out now, and I do have them.
Yeah, I probably bought mine in the early 2000s or earlier. I was real heavy buying books around the mid 90s to the mid 2000s.
I'll send you a new one for your birthday.
Not actually his birthday either, but humor him. You're right. It's not my birthday today. Oh, look, 822 is my unlucky day. Oh, man. Am I getting thrown under the bus by everybody or what, guys? Okay.
It ain't even your birthday yet.
Back to the mint. Allegedly, the U.S. Mint brought unverified gold. What are your thoughts on the subject, and does this factor into the price of products? Mint has so many regulations. I don't see them buying unverified gold. Not the US Mint. What do you think about that, bro? Do you think they may have done that accidentally or
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
okay? I'm just guessing. I don't know if they did or didn't, but they do a lot of thorough testing, but it doesn't mean they didn't have a bad employee in there that didn't test it properly. So that's my answer.
Let's just put it this way. Everybody in their lifetime might have made one bad investment, okay?
There you go.
That's all I want to say to that one.
There you go. I guess that answers that question. Juan Justo says, errors happen. So, guys, I hope you are. I'm a good guy, Keith, even though I don't really have a birthday coming ever in my entire life. Wow. Guys, thanks for coming. This has been awesome. A lot of you here, a lot of thumbs up. We got to love that. What do we got? We are looking at a whole lot of thumbs up. Can't beat that, right? So, you got anything coming up, Mike? Are you going anywhere or anything?
Well, I mean, there's two shows going on this weekend. One is in Denison, Texas. The other is in Mount Home. They're both about the same distance from me. But guys, I'm not going to neither one of them.
Why not?
I got put underneath the bus after going straight from Chicago back home for a day or two and then heading to Tyler. My wife told me if you go anywhere, it could be hurtful for me. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't have tables at either one of these. If these I would have went to, I've been walking. She ain't let me go.
Well, I do a lot of walking at shows. I tend to do better there because you can when you're set up at a show and if you're by yourself, it makes it hard to walk the show and find stuff. Whereas you don't have the same situation. I mean, you have a lot more resources, so people just start dumping to you, and you get to a point sometimes where you have to say, "I don't want to buy anymore." You've gotten to
Right.
that point just this last show, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I
just
was doing that at Tyler. I was done buying for a minute.
yeah, because if people keep buying from you, even though you still have money, there's a point where you have to say, "Guys, I'm buying too much. Buy something for me a little bit," you know.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Let me rephrase that. There was certain stuff I was still buying. Then there was a spot where I said I wasn't buying anything like that. I had guys bringing up gold coins to me that were collectible. I got a lot of that stuff right now, so I don't need any more of that really. But if it came in from a customer, then yeah, I'm still going to help them out. But the dealers bring it to me right now. I had to put a break on that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about because sometimes you get a lot of dealers they'll have a bad show and they'll just try to come dump to you and dump to you and dump to you.
That
Hey,
happened to me in Chicago. That's why my wife said I wasn't doing it in Tyler.
yeah, as a matter of fact, didn't you say if it wasn't for me coming, you probably wouldn't have stayed?
No, usually I'm going to tell you guys. So it's his fault
It was.
because I wanted to stay set up so he could see if there was anything he needed. Usually, Mr. Hall and I, a friend of mine that helps me, we usually pack everything up on Friday night. So we come in on Saturday morning, we could roll out of there.
I
And
did
I
it
didn't
too.
roll out of there until like 1:30. The
You're
show ended
welcome,
at
bro.
3. So I
You're
stayed all
welcome.
day.
Yeah, normally he wouldn't have stayed that day, but he stayed because I was coming in next year at the World's Fair if it's in
He was
Chicago.
just being tight on Saturday. That's why it's free because half the dealers are already gone.
Get free anyway. I'm a lifetime member, bro.
Well, there you go. See, he could have came in free anytime. No, he had to make it cost me.
Next year I am going to come earlier and I'm going to take longer to look at everything because I felt I could have did better if I would have had more
Well, a
time.
lot of us guys like me that go there, we drive back and we don't like to stay to the next night because we put ourselves at risk of being robbed. So usually a lot of us will leave first thing in the morning. That way there's still a day because it's a good 9-10 hour drive. So yes, there's two of us. We keep rolling, but you know, when getting home at midnight, 1 o'clock, it's not fun.
Well, here's a good example. Mrs. Coincrew says when we're low on funds, we can't buy slow selling items, and that's something. It's not that dealers don't want to buy your stuff. It's you get to a point where okay, somebody keeps selling me a bunch of wheat pennies. Wheat pennies don't sell. I have to stop buying them. They don't sell fast enough for
Yeah,
me
I
to keep.
got 12 bags of them sitting in my safe. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's some stuff dealers have to slow down or stop completely on buying. It's not that we won't buy your stuff.
If
It's
you
that a
guys
lot
need
of
some wheat
times you
pennies,
want
call him or I. We'll sell you some.
yeah, a lot of times when you don't want to insult the customer saying I can't buy it. I've got in his case 12 bags of wheat cents. I can't buy your stuff at a fair rate. Oh, I'll give them to you for 2.5 cents or 3 cents or whatever. Even though you can get 3.5 cents for them, you can't buy them at that rate or buy them even at all. So yeah, slow sellers, you got to stop somewhere, man, or else you end up like bike and you got too much stuff and you don't. You
Well,
just you
we was offering to buy pennies because we had a guy that was buying them constantly, 1, 2 bags a week, and all of a sudden he just disappeared.
that is something that happens, and that's
And the bags kept coming. So I finally had to say, wait a minute. let's stop here. I don't buy right now. If you brought in just wheat pennies to me or no date buffaloes, I'll turn them away. I won't buy them unless they're coming in. Now I will buy them if they're coming in with silver and stuff.
Yeah,
Now,
you'll
I'm
buy
not
them
saying one silver dime and 5,000 pennies.
because someone wants a whole lot. But yeah, a lot of times when you have something more common, you'll have a buyer coming in buying them, and you just keep buying that thing. And before you know it, you're still buying the thing, and all of a sudden you have 2 or 3 times as much as you had before he started coming in. You're like, oh, wait a minute, you know, you just too much. He disappeared.
In
And I
my
didn't
case,
realize
that's
that
what
I was
happened.
still buying them. Yeah,
When he
you didn't
started buying
realize.
from me, I had 2 bags. He said, "I need more," and I went looking for them.
And he disappeared or stopped buying before you realized it. And
And now I
you know,
got 12 bags sitting on the floor.
I'm guessing you had 4 or 5 bags. Oh, he'll be in. I'll just get some more just in case. That's happened to me with meat pennies a lot. I mean,
Actually, he told my son, he says, try to get me as many bags as you can. I'll take them all when I come in the next time. He never came back.
I had a guy that said, "I
So
need
we
a
was buying them from
2000."
dealers. We was letting them bring them up, paying a little extra for him to cover this order, and he never showed up. That's what it really happened.
The 2009 Jefferson Nickels are a little low printed. I need a 2009 Jefferson Nickel. I went and I got him for him. Yeah, he said, "I'll be back for him." And they sat on one of my processing tables for 3 months, and I finally said, "I'm putting him out somewhere. This guy ain't coming back." That happens
How
sometimes.
many rows you need?
I don't need no more. What's up, Silver Oceans? How are you, my friend? We're just here shooting it, having fun, giving some info. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We think. Are customers still bullish buying silver at these prices, Mike?
No, I don't feel you are.
I have a
I feel
question.
you're foolish if you're buying government issued silver. I'm telling
No,
people
are
not to
customers
buy.
still bullish? Are they still buying strong at these prices?
My customers are.
Well, that's the question. You said foolish, and I think you misheard me. I'm sorry. It was bullish with a bull, Sorry about that. I should have spoke
Bullish.
clear. Bullish, yeah.
Bullion.
Um,
Yeah, they're buying generic. I got my customers convinced. If you want to stack a lot and you want to stack better for your money, buy the bull. Don't buy Eagles. Don't buy Maples. Don't buy Britannias. Buy the generic rounds or bars. You'll get the same result in the end, and that's my honest opinion.
that I guess you could say is kind of a secret way to buy it. Like cheap, if you can. There's a
I
lot of
didn't
people
use
that
that word. I did not use that word, but
I
yes,
I
it is
I
true.
use it for you. A lot of people they like to just collect silver to collect it. It doesn't matter if it's cheap, as long as they like
Angel
my
of hope.
wife. She buys what she buys what she likes. I base my silver price on coins on what I can wholesale out for to different wholesalers. That's a good idea, Bob. I think Bob is a dealer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you should. When you're buying coins from the public, you should always have that priced in. But there comes a point, especially like in the case of wheat cents. I mean, come on, a bag of wheat cents is heavy. You want to do that to your mail carrier, really? I don't. I won't. I'll sell
There's
them as
not
outright.
enough money made off them that they're worth shipping.
Well, it's not that's not the big deal for me. I just don't want to do it to my mail carrier. They already lift heavy enough stuff, man. Maybe it's me.
I
Maybe I'm
got
being too
I
nice
got a
to
new
the mail
mail
carrier.
carrier and he works out. He's a young guy, so yeah, I'd hand it to him every time.
Oh, I won't do that. It's just too much. Whether you got a young mail carrier and old mail carrier, my age mail carrier. Keith and Mike, how much will spot go up on silver as we get closer to the election? Okay, Chai's asking us to put a number on it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
It's too
It,
shaky right now to put
it
numbers.
is. It could go either way. I think you could see 5-10% upswing, but to actually give you a dollar amount, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen.
I will say that I feel like it might be 30.
Well, we know it's going to be 30. It's
Yeah,
29.50.
you asked for an opinion. I
It's
feel safe
29.50
giving that
too.
number. I feel safe giving that number.
He feels safe telling you it's going to be 30 when it's sitting at 29.52. Oh, what a oh
Well, it
I
got
can
higher than that today. That's why I felt safe. It rocked the boat.
I guess that's a safe
And I
bet.
feel safe to say gold's going to reach 25.
You think? I think gold could pass 2,500. Just say it.
I'm just saying I was amazed how many sites I went on today because I wanted to see what everybody was doing. I'm still underneath 26 selling gold. Everybody was over just about over 26. I had people call me, how much you selling gold for? When I told them, I'll be right in. I'll be right in.
I gotta
And now I
try
see
to get
why. I
this
seen the
camera right.
numbers, but you know what? I know what my wholesale numbers are, and they're not
Okay.
there.
Do we ever think we'll see some insane premiums again on in the next few years on your silver, your gold?
Well, I only see it if we have a strong pushback.
What do you mean?
If it takes a crazy dive like it did a couple months ago where you lost $2, the premiums came right back on there. Nobody dropped them numbers.
I have noticed the seconds from one of the wholesalers that went up. They was at 10 cents over, then 25 cents, and 35 cents, and 45 cents. They're up to like 50 or 55 cents over, and that's for used stuff. Um, it goes up. I think they're coming back, but I noticed their new stuff is still holding the same price. So I think the seconds are getting a little bit more limited. In just my opinion. Uh, Crazy premiums come back. It's hard to say. Different circumstances could make it happen. I think it'll be like he said. It'll have to have a steep dump. Okay, yeah. Don't forget, guys. Check out Mid America Coins channel. He put up a couple videos in the past month, haven't you, bro?
Yeah, we're getting ready to do another one.
Look at that. He's on it, man. He's on it. So if I did miss your stuff, your comments, probably because you didn't put three question marks, because every once in a while I'm skimming past here real quick trying to get to the question mark ones. However, sometimes I skim too fast and miss that. And I do apologize if I missed your comments, your questions. Uh, Feel free to put them back in over the next few minutes because we're going to be here a few more minutes. Mike, do you have any like closing things to say or anything?
Yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming in. No, my arthritis has just kicked back in again. Sorry. Anyway, I want to let you guys know that we are looking forward again to next year. We're hoping that a lot of you guys can attend, and if you can't, we'll be thinking about you guys. We got some other things we're working on. We're trying to bring back the Arkansas State Show. I'll keep you guys in a loop on that, hoping to have it sometime in April. We are working on other shows. We got a Carthage show coming up that Mid America puts on, Carthage, Missouri show. It's a 2-day show in the second week of November. We got a lot of stuff going on, and we're going to try to put it first on this channel. So, guys, stay tuned. And if you hear anything new going on that we might need to know about or we haven't heard about, please let us know. We'd love to answer any questions you guys have or anything else like that. It's not going up 21% this year. Yes, it is. Okay. Anyway, guys, Mike is not playing the piano bar. Okay.
He keeps all his gold in there because he's not playing. That's why he doesn't play the piano.
Yeah, it don't play good with the gold being hidden there. Anyway, I'm gonna put the rest to you. I said what I need to
Uh,
say. But thank you,
Guys,
guys.
thanks for coming in. I did start preparing some questions. New game Thursday morning, coin trivia. We're going to do it on my birthday. I kind of hijacked, so to speak, Mrs. Coin Crew's covering of Ida's Hair and morning show because I wanted to at least stream on my birthday to say hi. And you know what they say? It's better to give than receive. So I'm going to have this coin trivia game that I'm making up to give away silver for my birthday. So just come here 8 a.m. Eastern on this channel, and hopefully we'll see you here. And maybe you can win some silver. And if nothing else, some of these questions might be kind of easy. Some might leave you dumbfounded, like, I didn't know that. So you never know. I want to thank everybody for all their support, for all the thumbs up, for all their super chats. I think we got one today. Thank you very much. God, I just don't know what I'd do if you guys wasn't here, watching us, asking questions. So I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and did I say thank you? Mike, thanks for coming up again, bro. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Next month at this time, I will not be able to be here. I'll be attending a club meeting that we got to cover.
No, these guys don't care because they're like, Keith did it halfway okay, so he can cover for you at least once a month.
Okay. Well,
I did it halfway okay. So,
I'm glad
guys,
he did halfway, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't help him out, but you'll see me next week.
so everybody, thank you for coming. Please check me out Thursday morning on my birthday. It's my birthday, so y'all should be there to try to win something for free. Live auction on this channel again on Sunday, and I think Mrs. Coin Crew next week. As it stands so far, Tuesday, Thursday on Mrs. Coin Crew's channel. If not, if something changes, we'll let you know on Sunday. So as always, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. And I hear Mrs. Coin Crew stomping. I forgot something. Maybe I didn't. She didn't get here quick enough. See you guys later. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.